What is up, guys? It's your boy Elusive Illusions 28 here, back with another episode, I guess you can call, of predictions. Week 11 here, if I'm not mistaken. We got Thanksgiving week here. Sorry I didn't upload predictions last week. I was busy. It was my first week of online school, so yeah, and I had a lot of work to do, so I was unable to upload a video. But I did post my predictions in my, I don't even know what it's called, like the community tab, I think it's called. But I ended up going 5-9, pretty abysmal. Looking to rebound from that for sure. Seems like we've done that the past 4 weeks quite frequently, where we get like a good week and then a bad week. So hoping this one's a good week. Let's go right into the predictions right now. First game here, we have our early Thanksgiving game, 12:30 p.m. on Thursday. Texans at the Lions. Lions have a lot of guys out. They have Akuda out, Galladay out, DeAndre Swift is questionable, so lots of injuries there for the Lions. Texans coming off of a very nice win against the Patriots after the Patriots just beat the Ravens. So Texans looking a lot more impressive under their intern head coach. So I feel like Texans should be able to win this one quite easily, being as they're on the rise, and the Lions are on the decline with all the injuries that they've sustained. So for this first game, give me the Texans. Next up, we have the Washington football team at the Dallas Cowboys. I have a feeling that the Dallas Cowboys are going to win this game, but I just don't see them on top of the division, because this game is for the division. The current division, because I think the Eagles play later in the week. Yeah, they play the Seahawks on Monday, actually, so that will actually determine who's ahead in the division, but this will determine who's on top of the division until Monday. So I just don't see the Dallas Cowboys on top of the division. Like, I feel like they're the better team right now, but I honestly just don't see them, I just see them choking the division, because they just have to beat the Washington football team to get atop of the division, which I feel like they can do in under any circumstance. But if it's for the division, I just don't feel like they can do it for some reason. I just don't feel like they're clutch enough. And I do have the Redskins logo still. My B, dude. I'll fix it ASAP. I'm sorry if I triggered anybody, but yeah, give me the Washington football team. Next game here, we have the Chargers at the Bills. I'm skipping the Ravens at Steelers for now because their game did get postponed till 1:15, and as you see, they have their 1:15 time down there, so that's when I'll discuss that game. But right now we have the Chargers and Bills, our first 1 o'clock game this Sunday. Bills coming off their bye week, correct? I think. So they have an extra week to prepare for the Chargers. The Chargers coming off their first win in a while against the Jets, so I guess they both would have momentum, but I feel like the Bills are a better team. Chargers have beaten nobody impressive. It's like, wow, dude, you beat the Jets, good stuff, man, you snapped your losing streak, you beat the Jets. But it's like, you beat the Jets, man. They're what, 0-10, 0-11, now they're 0-10, right? It's like they've beaten nobody, literally. So Bills are just the way better team. They're at home. I don't see why they wouldn't win this game. So for this game, give me the Bills. Next game we have here is the Titans at the Colts. Should be a very interesting game. Titans coming off of a overtime win against the Ravens, and the Colts coming off of an overtime win against the Packers. So, they were in very intense games, to say the least. Both have the same record, too. Both fighting for the division. Very odd how this is a 1 p.m. game with all that's on the line here. But I feel like the Colts are just the better team. Well, not even that. It's just that they have home field advantage, because they both have really nice aspects about them. But Colts have a good run defense, and I feel like that should be able to shut down Derrick Henry. Since they don't have as good of a pass game, like that's what the Packers were really reliant on, and the Packers put up 31 points, so they kind of embarrassed the Colts defense. But then, the Packers defense just sucks, and then just, gave up 34, and, some other mistakes there that were not basically our offense's fault. But not continuing on with that any longer. I feel like the Colts, their home field advantage should get them the win. So, and the division. Give me the Colts in this game. Next game we have here is the Panthers at the Vikings. Panthers, they have already rolled out Christian McCaffrey for this week, so major advantage here for the Vikings. The Vikings are also at home, but fun fact, the Vikings, I think it said they're 1-4 at home this season, which is crazy to think that their away record is better than their home record. They have, what, 2 wins on the road. They're like, what, 2-3, and then 1-4 at home. So, I mean, they just suck everywhere, basically, but so do the Panthers. The Panthers suck as well. They just came off of a win against the Lions, but the Lions suck as well, so. And the Vikings just got shocked, so, by the Cowboys, so, I don't really know, man. This is another flip game. It could go either way. I have the Vikings winning, though, because they have Dalvin Cook, and the Panthers don't have Christian McCaffrey. If Christian McCaffrey did play, I would pick the Panthers, but they don't. So I feel like the Vikings have the advantage. Also, Teddy B's coming back for this game, so the Panthers will be even better. But, I still don't feel like they'll win just because of Dalvin Cook and the Vikings being a better team than the Lions. So, in this game, give me the Vikings. Next game here, we have the Browns at the Jaguars. Browns are pretty much cruising to a playoff spot right now. They just faced the Eagles, which they barely won, actually, against the Eagles. But basically a free win here. Jags haven't won since week 1, and that was against the Colts, so I don't even think that should have been a win if that was right now. But, yeah, so technically Jags should have 0 wins, or, 1-8, 1-9 now. They just can't compete against good to decent teams. They can't compete against anyone, really. So the Browns should have an easy win here. Should be, I don't know. I feel like this is actually going to be a closer game, but I know. I feel like the Browns are going to win, so give me the Browns. Next game here, we have the Giants at the Bengals. Bengals are coming off of a shocking loss to a team that's in the same division as the Giants in the Washington football team. The Giants are actually on a 2-game win streak. I had to look this up. I was like, didn't they win last week? And they actually turned out to have won their last 2 games. So they went from 1-7 to 3-7, which is crazy now that they're back in the NFC East playoff race. Kind of weird to say. But I feel like the Bengals will be able to pick it up. No Joe Burrow, though. So actually, ooh, I kind of want to change my pick now. Because, yeah, I forgot, bro. Joe Burrow's not going to be playing. But I'm still going to go with the Bengals because I'm too lazy to change my pick. I would pick the Bengals if I remembered that Joe Burrow's not out. I don't even know who the backup for the Bengals are. I thought it was Andy Dalton, too, and I forgot they traded him. So I don't even know who the Bengals backup is, dude. But, yeah, I would pick the Giants if I wasn't lazy. But I'm lazy, so I'm just going to have to go with the Bengals. So, flame me in the comments. But if you're hearing this right now, I want to pick the Giants. But I'm too lazy, so I'm going to have to stick with the Bengals. So, hashtag upset of the week, I guess. Give me the Bengals in this one. Next game here we have is the Cardinals at the Patriots. Cardinals coming off of a loss against the Seahawks on Thursday night. Patriots coming off of a loss against the Houston Texans. Kind of a must-win game here for the Cardinals if they want to stay in the NFC West playoff race or in the playoff picture because, they're, 6-4 now. They can't drop to 6-5 and still think they're going to make the playoffs without at least a little bit of help. So this is a must-win game if they want to still be able to control their own dynasty and get into the playoffs themselves, and I feel like they will be able to do this because Patriots are just up and down, and the only reason they beat the Ravens I feel is because of the weather and because they got that lead early, and then they were not able to come back because the Ravens weren't able to come back because of the fact that it was raining so heavily and offenses weren't able to do anything. So I feel like the Cardinals should be able to get back in the win column and beat the Patriots right here. Next game we have is the Dolphins at Jets. Dolphins got shocked last week. Jets did not get shocked. They lost as usual. Dolphins should be able to have a bounce-back week here like every team does against the Jets. So give me the Dolphins in this one. Next game here, we have the Raiders at the Falcons. The Raiders coming off of a loss against the Chiefs, and the Falcons, they just suck. I don't even know if the Falcons... No, they lost to the Saints. Yeah, I forgot about that one. They got pretty embarrassed, as usual. The Falcons just suck. The Raiders are good, but, they lost to the Chiefs, one of the best teams in the league, arguably. And, yeah, I feel like the Raiders will be able to have a bounce-back game against a way lesser opponent. So, basically, just give me the Raiders in this game. Next game here, I was going to discuss this earlier until it got postponed. We have the Ravens at the Steelers, 115. Steelers are at home. And dude, I just always want to pick I want to pick against the Steelers because they're not going to go 16-0. I really don't feel that, you know. I feel like they got to lose one game, but it's just predicting at what that game is going to be. And I really want to predict it to be this game because the Ravens are on a 2-game losing streak and they really have to snap that. And then the Steelers, I don't know. The Steelers are just angry on Twitter because they're like, oh my God, man, you didn't postpone the Niners game, and a lot of the guys had COVID. So it's like the Ravens should have a lot of their players back because I was going to use that as a point against the Ravens because I was going to be like, oh, they're missing all their halfbacks and players like that. But if they don't actually have COVID, because I think they were just close contacts, they might have it or not. But if they are back for the game, I don't know. I feel like the Ravens are going to win. Like I said, no real logic behind it, just as, you know, the Ravens have to snap their losing streak and the Steelers, they're probably not going to go 16-0. And if they go 16-0, they're probably not going to go 19-0, you know? So I feel like the Steelers could definitely win this game, but I feel like the Ravens could upset. But, you know, just so I don't get criticized because I pick against the Steelers every week and they never lose, I'm just going to pick them right here. And then if they lose, you know, hashtag called it, hashtag Steelers suck, hashtag, yeah. But give me the Steelers as a safe play. Next game here, we have our upset of the week, man. The Saints at the Broncos. Saints are on, what, a 7-game win streak? They haven't lost since the Packers in week 3 or 4. Week 3, I think, actually. But, yeah, upset of the week here, man. I think Taysom Hill is starting again at quarterback, but it won't definitely be that easy this time. Broncos have a way better defense than the Falcons. Even though the Broncos' offense is not that good, I feel like it's very similar to the Falcons, and the Broncos just came off of a shocking win against the Dolphins, so you have that. And then the Saints as well, I feel like they got to lose a game soon, especially with all the guys that they have out, and especially, you know, Drew Brees being out too, so I have a really good feeling. And this is also played in Denver, where, you know, might have some very inclement weather conditions. So I feel like that'd favor the Broncos as well. So I feel like the Broncos could definitely pull off this upset. So for my upset of the week, give me the Broncos. Next game here, we have the 49ers at the Rams. 49ers staying on that decline. Rams on the rise. I need the Rams to lose so the Packers can get first in the NFC, preferably. But I just don't see it happening. You know, maybe the Niners will pull off an upset some week, but it just hasn't been happening. So, you know, I feel like their playoff hopes are over. They'll probably lose to the Rams. So, like I said, give me the safe bet again, and also give me the Rams in this one. Next game here, we have the Chiefs at the Bucs, dude. This is a very good test here for the Buccaneers to see how good they are. But the Bucs are the hardest team to pick in NFL history, bro, because, dude, the Bucs really just, like, destroy a team and then get crushed. Destroy a team and then get crushed. So it's like, Bucs, choose one, man. Are you a good team? Are you a bad team? Also, I realize this is the only 425 game. There's only 3 games at 4, and 2 of them are at 4:05 just because they're on the West Coast. So there's technically only like one 425 game, which is very odd. Lots of 1 o'clock games, and obviously the Thanksgiving games too. So I'm surprised they didn't move the Steelers game to 425, but that's off topic. I feel like the Bucs just suck against good teams. It's funny to say that because that's what people said about the Packers, and then the Packers suck against good teams, and then they lose to the Bucs, which is a good team, but then that good team loses to good teams. So it's like, you know, it's hard for me to describe, but I don't know, man. I feel like the Chiefs just have too high-powered of an offense against the Bucs defense, which is pretty good, and then the Chiefs defense is decent as well, which should be able to shut down the Bucs enough. But like I said, it's just so hard to pick this game because the Bucs are just always on and off, and it's just you know, it just depends if they're on that week or off that week. But one thing is that Chiefs are consistently winning, so why would I pick against them if they're consistently winning? So for this game, give me the Chiefs. Next game here, we have the Chicago Bears at the Green Bay Packers. Chicago Bears coming off of their bye week, trying to get their quarterbacks healthy. Trubisky's injured. Nick Foles is injured. They're 2 starters that suck equally. But if they don't play, that's kind of concerning because if both their starting quarterbacks or both their quarterbacks suck, then how can you suck more? So basically, their game plan is start anyone but Bray. Bray played for like 40 seconds in their last loss. You know, on their game-winning drive, he threw like 3 incomplete passes that were literally the worst passes I've probably ever seen. And I could probably make better passes than that, but I was not in a situation. But they were pretty bad passes. I think they're gonna plan on starting Trubisky this week. I think he was throwing passes a little bit. He had a shoulder injury, I'm pretty sure, but I think he's coming back from that. So they might start Trubisky. I don't know. I don't care who it is. Nick Foles, Trubisky, Deshaun Kaiser, that one Bray guy. Doesn't matter. We'd be smoking off that Bears pack this weekend. Obviously, I picked the Packers in this game. You know, I never pick against the Packers. And if I do, it's only if they're super outmatched, I feel. Which in this game, I feel like we're not outmatched. Check the weather. Because we lost one game in Lambeau so far this season, and that was against the Vikings, and that was when they had a good rushing attack. We didn't have Aaron Jones, and it was also super windy. But I don't think it's suspected to be that windy this Sunday. I think it's supposed to be about 20 degrees by the time this game starts, which is about 8:20. So, yeah, I feel like there should be no reason the Packers lose this game. Doesn't matter unless they bring in, like, freaking, I don't know, what's a quarterback? Unless they bring in Colin Kaepernick, bro. That's kind of scary, dude. Colin Kaepernick always tore up the Packers, especially because he's a mobile quarterback. But I doubt they're going to sign Colin Kaepernick, and he wouldn't even actually be able to play because if you sign someone, it takes, with the new COVID rules, I think it takes a week or whatever to have them actually sign. So, you know, doesn't matter what happens. They got to have someone on their roster. So, could be Bray. I'm not sure about that one if they're not ready to go. But like I said, doesn't matter who it is. Feel like the Packers should be able to win. So give me the Packers in this game. Last game here, Seahawks at the Eagles. I don't know why this is Monday night, but it is. Eagles, they have fans. Does that matter? No. Seahawks, their last game was Thursday, and they play on a Monday, so that's a super long break. I don't even remember. Did the Eagles win their last game? Let me check here real quick. I probably should have came prepared into this. No, they actually lost to the Browns, but they did make it close, which is surprising, even though it was probably based off the bad weather that there always is in Cleveland. But, yeah, Seahawks, they have no excuse to lose here. They have a super long bye week. The only reason I would think they would lose is because I'm biased and we need the Seahawks to lose if the Packers want to take the North again. So, but not letting my bias come into this, there's no reason the Seahawks should lose. I'm going to pick them to win here, and if they lose, then that's good for me. Not for the predictions, but good for me. But, you know, obviously I'm not going to be super biased on these predictions, even though I am against the Steelers a lot. But also I realize the Rams are up there for some reason. Let me bring them down there. But, yeah, appreciate you guys tuning into the video. This is probably going to be a longer one based off the timestamps that I've had. But I appreciate you guys if you watched to the end. Drop a sub and like if y'all are new, and I'll see y'all in the next predictions video. Peace out, guys.